What's going on YouTube? It's Brady here, and in this video we're going to do another BPN protein review. This time, however, we're going to do the brand new apple pie flavor protein, just released, BPN's newest flavor of whey protein. Let's get into this. First of all, if you're not aware already, I've made multiple reviews on the BPN whey protein flavors, so go ahead and backtrack in my videos and you can find almost every single flavor available. Also, a few other BPN products that I've reviewed in the past. If you know me, I am a big BPN fan. However, I always try to make sure that my reviews are completely unbiased. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm not an ambassador of them. I do not make money by trying to sell their products. I am just simply a consumer who is heavily in the fitness industry, and I really just want to use a good protein and make sure that other people know which proteins they should and shouldn't get. So by the end of this review, you're gonna know whether this flavor, this new flavor that they've made, is worth getting. And also, I'm gonna throw in a few little recipes that I'm gonna give you guys just for free at the end of the video, where you can use the BPN protein to create like really tasty desserts that are high in protein and super easy to make. So make sure to stay to the end of the video. In this video, I am going to give you a complete in-depth rundown of the flavor. Is it good? Basically the reason why you clicked on this video. Also, what I think about the quality of the protein, how it compares to other proteins on the market, if it really is worth getting over others. And also we're gonna talk about just, you know, whether it's worth buying or not, the price, everything like that. So let's get into this. BPN protein you can get on their website for $32.99. Now the good thing about this is not only is that a pretty fair price for a whey protein, by the time you use one of their ambassador discount codes to save 10 to 20% off of the protein in the first place, it comes out to be about $1 per serving, which in my opinion, I think that's completely worth it and really kind of in that mid-range of pricing. Quality is something to really get excited about when it comes to BPN, because they are sourced and manufactured in the USA, and they actually use what's known as the best protein manufacturer in the country. So you're definitely going to get how much protein this says that is in it, which, if you are unaware, has been a huge issue in the industry in the past that we've seen, where manufacturers were, you know, sourcing their products from less than good quality places, and what ended up happening is there wasn't really as much protein that was claimed to be in the product. They were using fillers and things like that, or just lower quality protein sources, which is never good, because in this, there's 25 grams of protein and you're paying for 25 grams of protein. So it kind of sucks if you only get, I don't know, 16 grams, let's say. Something I love about BPN protein in general as well, and that I've said in my other videos, but I think it's very important to get this out to everyone, is this is not just whey protein. Yes, it is mostly a whey protein, but it actually has a partial casein blend into it. Now, casein protein is great because it's a bit slower digesting than the whey protein, but honestly, I like it because it smooths out the protein and makes it taste better, smoother, less grainy, and that kind of gets rid of that whey taste to it. And also what's really great is if you do any sort of cooking with it, let's say protein pancakes, or the things that I'm gonna teach you how to make, like protein sludge, mug cakes, literally anything that other than just a protein shake, casein makes it very smooth and really tasty, and also kind of fluffens it up. So if you are a big protein pancake guy like myself, using this protein versus an all whey protein, it's gonna end up being a lot fluffier of a protein pancake, less dense, and honestly kind of gross tasting, if I'm being honest. So after trying it with the BPN protein, I pretty much don't use any other protein when it comes to protein pancakes. And if you try it for yourself, you'll know what I mean. So now we know that price is gonna be fair. We know that the quality is gonna be top notch, but does it taste good? So this is apple pie flavored. I'll be honest, I've never seen another apple pie flavor protein on the market, so I have not much to compare to other than the other protein flavors that BPN puts out. I'm gonna go ahead and say this tastes excellent, which doesn't really surprise me. BPN creates very good tasting proteins. There's only a few other proteins on the market that I would rate as highly as the BPN protein. Ghost creates pretty good tasting proteins too. I really like the Ghost Chips Ahoy. Their Nutter Butter is pretty good, and there's a few others that are pretty good. Also, One Up Nutrition has a, what is it, like a coconut ice cream whey protein that is honestly incredible. They also have a, I think it's like a chocolate peanut butter protein that's also very good. Those are the only other proteins that I've ever had that taste to the level of the BPN protein tastes. BPN protein is very, very good. That's all I can say, is it always tastes so good. My favorite flavors are probably the blueberry muffin. I really do like the milk and cookies as well, but I'll go ahead and say I've yet to have a BPN protein that I didn't just automatically love. A good example would be maybe like the cinnamon roll BPN protein. I love it. It tastes so good. I'm not like the biggest cinnamon protein fan, so in that sense, I'm not gonna give that as my top rating for like my favorite protein, but just know that it also tastes really good. If you're a big cinnamon person, then you're gonna love that one too. I am a huge apple pie fan. I really do love that taste. It honestly, ooh, let me just, oh yeah. It smells good. And I actually made proats earlier today. So quick recipe number 1, protein oats. This is really simple, and I'm gonna give a few tips on this one though. So I went ahead and bought the no sugar added Quaker like quick oatmeal packs, the things that come in the little brown bags, and it's brown sugar flavored. So I thought that would go really well with the apple pie. And so I just got one of those packets. I put some almond milk in it. I microwaved it until it was ready, about like 1.5 minutes or so. And then I added 1 scoop of the apple pie protein after I cooked it. And I mixed it together. Usually at this time, I would expect I need to add something else to make it taste better. Maybe stevia to make it sweeter, maybe cinnamon just to add a little bit more flavor. But that's the crazy thing about this apple pie flavored protein, is I did not need to add anything else to it. It was so flavorful already. I think it honestly would have been overkill for me to add, you know, cinnamon or anything like that to it. And that's all it took, was just the oatmeal and a scoop of this. And it was such a good, nice little breakfast, you know, about 30 grams of carbs, 25 grams of protein, actually a little bit more. And it's just awesome. I think that's so cool that it actually tasted good. I used to hate proats too, until I started to use the BPN protein, and now I like it. So that right there is just like a huge reason why I love the BPN proteins. Not only can you make it into a simple shake, it's gonna taste bomb, but you can also add it to things. You can add it to, you know, your protein pancake powder like Kodiak. You can make mug cakes with it, which I'll teach you how to do here in a second. And also just protein sludge, which sounds gross, right? But it's actually pretty good. So real quick, I'm gonna teach you how to make those things. If you don't really care, you can just skip forward. But protein sludge is super simple, and I also just did this with the blueberry muffin flavored BPN protein. So good. All you do is 1 scoop of protein, and then you add a little bit of milk or almond milk until it becomes a pudding. That's literally it. I would never do this with any other protein because it would taste awful. But with BPN, you can do it and it tastes awesome. You can add fruit in it, and it's literally like a if you add fruit, it's like a fruit pudding essentially. I'll put some like low calorie whipped cream on it. Good to go. On the mug cakes, I've been making a lot of these, especially when I was on my bodybuilding prep for a super low calorie, high protein dessert. All you do is 1 scoop of protein. You add a little bit of almond milk until it's about a pudding consistency. Again, add a tiny little bit of baking powder, vanilla, a small hint of salt, and then you microwave it for about 30 seconds. Now, there's some other things you can do too. For instance, with the milk and cookies BPN protein, I'll add like chocolate chips on it and melt it in the microwave as well. Put some whipped topping on it. With the blueberry protein, I'll add blueberries in it. On this one, I haven't tried it quite yet, but I really want to try it with like apples inside of the mug cake. But I can't get across, guys, like these are things that I would never do, but I can do because BPN protein is that good. So I'm gonna end the review there, guys. Just know it's something you're gonna love. You're not gonna regret it. If you like apple pie, you're gonna like this. It tastes like it sounds like it would taste, only with better consistency than other proteins. Fair price, great top-notch quality. You can't go wrong. Awesome buy. I do recommend it. I do think you should buy it. If you're gonna get protein, you might as well get what I would deem as pretty much the best one to get. If the flavor sounds good to you, then it will be good. That's, I guess, the best way to put it. If you don't like apples or apple pie, probably don't get this one and get one of the other flavors. But anyway, guys, that is the full review. Make sure to go down below and leave a comment if you have a favorite protein you want me to try out or review that you think combats the BPN protein, or if you're already a fan of the BPN proteins, make sure to just let me know what your favorite is and why. Make sure to hit that like button to help all your friends on YouTube make sure that they see this review and go get this protein as well. And as usual, we will see you in the next video. Peace out.